Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Twin Flame Truth TV. I'm Elle Hari, Twin Flame Alchemist, writer, teacher, and coach. Um, Please excuse my wet hair today. It's finally warm enough in Florida today for me to air dry my hair. I much prefer to do that than use the hair dryer, so that's why my hair is wet. So today's episode, we are going to discuss what to do if you're feeling down regarding your twin flame journey. And by down, I mean feeling, yes, sad and depressed, but also feeling anxious or angry, resentful, frustrated, um, guilty, ashamed, embarrassed, anything like that. Any negative, negative feeling is what I'm referring to by feeling down, okay? Anything you don't want to feel, basically. It's not fun to feel. So what to do? Well, and this, guys, by the way, actually applies to if you're feeling down or negative or not good about anything in life, not just the twin flame journey. This applies to all areas of life. But why are you feeling down? Why are you feeling any way that you're feeling, right? There's one reason why, with everything in life, not just the twin flame journey, but for our purposes, we focus on the twin flame journey here. But this will work with any topic in your life, okay? This is key. Knowing this is key to life, key to feeling good, okay? And that is that you're feeling anyway because you are being judgy. Yes, you didn't know you were being judgy, but you're being judgy. And what do I mean by being judgy? Well, you are being in judgment of your own thoughts. So what do I mean about that? So for example, if you say you're thinking something and your thought is, for example, a negative thought, something you don't want to think about. So for example, say, oh, my twin flame left me and I have nothing. Okay, so your judgment of that thought would be that that thought is bad. You can have only two judgments of a thought. That thought is bad or the thought is good, okay? If you think the thought is bad, you're going to feel bad, whatever that is. Thus the down in my title and all those other emotions that I described that could signify down, okay? And if conversely, if you are judging a thought that you're having as good, then you're going to feel good. And feeling good is awesome and great and whatever for any other topic of life. However, for the twin flame journey, in this feeling that good, I call it fake good because it's not really good. Either way, you're judging, right? You're judging it to be bad or you're judging it to be good. And what's judging, good or bad? They're two opposites, right? They're two polarities. So that's polarity, that's opposite. That is, what is that? That's exactly the polarity and the opposite duality. That is fear-based energy that we are collapsing in as we progress along this twin flame journey by balancing that out. With you and your twin flame, that polarity, that duality is push-pull. With judgments of yourself and your thoughts and everything else, it's good, bad. Right? But it's still duality. It's still fear-based. And so if you're judging a thought as bad, then guess what? You're going to feel negative feelings and like crap, bad. If you judge a thought as good, you're going to feel good feelings and good feelings and good. But I say good in air quotes because even though it feels nice to feel that good from that, just like it feels bad to feel like this, we don't want to feel either regarding the twin flame journey. Why? Because it's still polarity. And what are we doing? We need to balance out the fear-based energy. What is balance? Balance isn't over here. Balance isn't over here. Balance isn't here, here. Balance is in the middle. Balance is centered. Balance is neutral. And so what we are trying to do here regarding any thoughts regarding our twin flame journey, and anything related to that, we want to not judge them as good or bad. And in this case, if you're feeling down, you're judging them as bad. So say you have a thought, oh, my twin flame's not here. I miss my twin flame. And so you're judging, your fear-based energy is judging that as bad. Well, you know what? Just Just know that. If you feel bad, you're judging as bad. So then think, what thought is causing me to feel bad? My twin flame isn't here. Okay, well, guess what? Stop believing that that's bad, because guess what? That's not bad. Nothing is bad. Nothing is good. Remember, there is no duality. That's all illusion. That's only in the physical world. What exists really is balance, is middle, is love, which is neutral, which means there is no good or bad. Everything simply is. Everything is exactly the way it's meant to be in every moment in this universe. The universe has orchestrated it that way in conjunction with your soul. And neither of those things fuck up, okay? Like every single moment in every single like cell and organism and little burst of energy in the whole entire cosmos is synergistically working together like a symphony in perfect synergy with each other, right? It all fits perfectly together in every moment, even though it's all constantly dynamic and constantly changing. And I mean, that's just miraculous in and of itself. I mean, that's how fine-tuned and precise and perfect the universe is, to be able to do all that. So who are you? Who am I? Who are any of us to judge anything that we perceive as good or bad? I mean, that's not our job. That's not our role, right? That's just our fear-based energy wanting to do that. Why? Because our fear-based energy wants to always categorize and box things and label things. Why? Because it makes it feel in control. If it's just like, oh, that just is, and we'll just leave it, that drives your mind nuts. That drives the mind crazy. The mind doesn't like that. Because guess what? Just going with the flow and stuff, it feels out of control. It likes to think that if it boxes things and labels things as good or bad, that guess what? It has it under control. It knows what it's doing. It's got, okay, this is bad, this is good, that's, and it feels like it's taking charge of it, right? And putting it where it wants to put it. That's all an illusion anyway. Your mind is never in control. The universe is in control, okay, as I just explained, in conjunction with your soul, which is also in control. Your mind is never in control. Your fear is never in control. Love is the opposite of fear. That is your soul. That is the universe. That conquers all. The phrase love conquers all is completely truth. It does. It's always in control. So labeling a thought that you have as bad or good is judging it. And that's being judgy. And no one likes to be judgy, but it's being judgy to your detriment in terms of the twin flame journey. So that's what's happening when you feel bad or down or any negative feeling. You're judging whatever thought is behind that feeling as bad. Now, I did say also, in terms of the twin flame journey, anything else in life, I mean, good, feel great, whatever, that's fine. In terms of the twin flame journey, even judging something as your thoughts as good, which causes you to feel good, is a fake good. And what I mean by fake good is it's still feeding the fear, because it's still making a judgment of the good, right? Good or bad, it's still making the judgment of one or the other. And we don't want to do that. With the twin flame journey, we need to balance out that fear-based polarity. We're collapsing the duality, is how my teacher used to call it. It's the duality of that push-pull, right? It's the same thing. It's the same exact fear-based energy that's judging your thoughts regarding your twin flame and your twin flame journey, and really everything. But we're only concerned with the twin flame journey here. And it's judging it as either good or bad, right? So whether it judges it as bad or judges it as good, either way, we're still feeding that energy. And we don't want to feed that energy. We want that energy to go to sleep. We want to starve it out, right? And so we do that by not believing that it's good or bad. Like I said, it just is. It just is, and we're at peace with that, and we accept that. And then as we do that, that can move us forward, because just is the center path right towards everything we want. Right down the middle. That's truth. That's leading you right to your soul, right to your twin flame, right to eternal and lifelong bliss, happiness, and peace, right? And your twin flame. But as soon as we get off the middle track and we start judging things as good or bad, we're getting off track. We're not staying on track. We're going either this way or this way. And we don't want to do that. That's not truth. That's not real. That's just judginess of our own fear-based energy. We want to stay in the middle. We want to stay straight on that path. And that path will lead you, that is your soul. Your soul is in the middle, and that's love, and that's your twin flame, and that will lead you and take you right where you want to go. So hopefully this resonates. Next time you are feeling down or bad or negative, or even good in a way that's, coming from a thought or something, a fantasy, or maybe remembering something good or something, that's still your fear-based energy judging that thought as good. And, so next time you have any kind of feelings like that regarding your twin flame or the twin flame journey, stop and think and be like, what is this thought that is in my head? And sometimes, the feeling comes to alert you that you are judging your thoughts. That's what feelings are for, to show you how far off of alignment of the straight path you are. So, if you are feeling one way or the other, just ask yourself, try to determine, figure out what that thought is. Sometimes the thoughts are kind of buried, they're kind of like more subconscious. But if you can kind of figure out and determine what the main thought is there that you're believing that's either good or bad, then you can just turn that belief around. You have that power. I mean, you're in control of this. This fear-based energy is a part of you. You're not a part of it. So you do have, it likes to have us fooled our whole lives that it controls us. Like I said, it's a control freak. But it's not. As soon as you identify it and you say, hey, I'm believing that this is a bad thing, you know what? It's not a bad thing. It's necessary. Everything's exactly as it's meant to be in that moment. And your soul is orchestrating everything. And guess what? Your soul's orchestrating everything for every moment to get you closer and closer to your true desire and your true passions and your true purpose. And guess what your soul desires the most itself, which is what? Your twin flame. So just trust in your soul. Trust in that path in the middle. Try not to judge anything regarding your twin flame journey as good or bad. And that includes any of your thoughts. And you'll soon level out and you'll feel just peaceful and calm and happy and content. And that's the path. And then that path will just lead you right towards everything you truly desire. So try that, guys. Let me know how it works and how you're getting along with that. And if you have any questions, and thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Twin Flame Truth TV. And I'll see you next week in the next episode. Have a great week, guys. Lots of love.